Okay.
Hello viewers, you are watching OBN Horn of Africa, our weekly program Invest in Ethiopia. Today we will be discussing the role of industry in economic development of the nation. To discuss these issues, I joined by Dr. Desissa Yadeta, Research and Technology Development Executive Officer. Till the end of our program, stay tuned. Doctor, thank you for your time and joining us.
Okay, thank you too.
Let me begin from your personal background. Who is Dr. Desissa Yadeta?
My name is Desissa Yadeta. I'm working at Manufacturing Industry Development Institute as a Research and Technology Development Executive Officer.
Good. Our today's discussion mainly focus on industries. So how do you see the standards of industries in Ethiopia in terms of quality of their products and the efficiency of their productivity?
Okay, thank you, really, because you focused your question on the industrialization in Ethiopia. Before I go to the standards and the quality, it is better to say something about the industrialization. Industrialization in Ethiopia, it is emerging sector now. So before we talk about the standardization and the quality, we need to have a product. So since it is emerging sector, it bulky products in order to measure its quality and standards. Right now, only few products fulfill the standards and the quality. For example, one of the standards like there are export standards in Ethiopia like leather. Leather products are exporting even beyond the quality. So the quality and the standardization at this time, at this point, is somehow it is at the starting stage. So we need to have, first of all, we need to have set standard. And then after you set the standard, you need to measure the qualities of the product producing. And to do this one, it is we are on the way to sustain the industrialization in Ethiopia. First of all, sustaining the industrialization is the first point before we talk about the quality. That is a point I observe right now in the Ethiopian industries.
So from what you see, are Ethiopian industries able to compete in the existing market both locally and internationally?
Yeah, competency is based on the quality.
Mm.
To get a quality product, there must be standard.
Mm.
This standard should be established first, and then there must be sufficient product. So we have no sufficient product even. We are working to bring about the sufficient product, and then first to satisfy the local market, and then to the international standards.
What is being done in building sustainable capacity in the industry sector in areas of human power, technology transfer, and finance?
In this regard, actually, you know, the government of Ethiopian 70-30 strategy at universities uh, to fulfill the gap that is in the industries, technology 70 and 30% the social science. Actually, that has been done, but Ethiopian industry, not the higher education, but not addition beside, there must be skilled manpower. Industrialization requires skilled manpower, not only degree, but also the skilled manpower. The government is trying it is best right here, but still we are lacking skilled human resources. And then the second, financially, more recently, the government has prepared a policy and a strategy that encourages manufacturing industry. Even the bank, the manufacturing industry bank is assumed to be established in the future. That will liberate the bureaucracies that the manufacturers are facing right now in Ethiopia. That is a good opportunity that is coming in the future based on the policies prepared now. And also there is a technology gap again also. Most of the time, Ethiopian investors and the newly establishing investments are bringing the foreigners from the abroad, from China as well as from India. The reason is there is a gap in technology. There is a gap in skilled manpower. So still we need to have the skilled manpower locally. That is what I am observing from in the manufacturing industries here, technology wise, financial wise, and the human resource.
So, what should be done to solve the problems you have been raised, and how do you evaluate the university and the industry linkage?
Thank you. At this point, I have many to say about the linkage between the industry and the university, and then even I am working on this area. More recently, we have made a memorandum of understanding between the different universities in Ethiopia, between the Desissa Science and Technology, Adama Science and Technology, Bahar Dar University, Polytechnic University, and then the others are coming also. Especially, we have started common plan with Addis Science and Technology, and based on the issues and problems arise from the industries. First of all, we have collected in our industry problem, and then we sit together and then make our common plan or concept note to be prepared at the full-fledged proposal in the future. So we have identified the recent problems of our industry.
What is being done in building sustainable capacity in the industry sector in areas of human power, technology transfer, and finance?
Okay, that is very good question. The government is trying to establish the manufacturing industry sector bank that is separated from the commercial bank as well as the national bank. That means it will be established to serve only the manufacturers, the manufacturing industries. So that is a good opportunity. This bank establishment is already that is included in the newly prepared policies. More recently, the Ministry of Industry prepared industrial policies. In these industrial policies, the financial opportunities, how to encourage and support Ethiopian industries has been boldly discussed, included. One of these point is bank system, the financial system, how they can easily access the finance through the manufacturing industries bank. Actually, it is already at the plan stage. It is not actually, it is not implemented. That is one of the encouragement that is done by government. Another is the technology. Actually, more recently, the government is encouraging the skill, not only this skill can be obtained from the technical and the vocational uh, schools. So more the technical and vocational schools are more, they are accepting students to make more skillful. That is one of the uh, work that has been done by the government. And then more from the university also 70% are based on the technology. This technology student graduate will be accommodated by industry. If then our industrial system is expanded, these students will be accommodated there. That is the option that I can say right now.
How do you evaluate the university industry linkage, and what achievements registered so far in this regard?
Different sectors, Ministry of Industry as well as Ministry of Education of Ethiopia, they are working together to link the industries with the universities. So there is a proclamation that has been prepared and then presented to the industries as well as scholars here before by the Ministry of Industry, Ministry of Education. According to this proclamation, the universities should work along with the industries and then should solve the problems. The research areas of the university must be based on the problems of the industries after all. After this proclamation, Universities closely should work with industries as well industrial expertise, or else the Manufacturing Industry Development Institute also work along with jointly with the universities. There must not be the separate move after all. After this proclamation, we manufacturing industry development as well as the Ministry of Industry expertise, we are going to work with to jointly with the universities or as Ministry of Education. Ministry of Education will lead actually this uh, team and then will be evaluated after the implementation. That is what is happening now. And then, as to me, we are working as the Manufacturing Industry Development Institute. We are working with different universities also. That is the second point I have to raise because we Manufacturing Industry Development Institute is actually newly established institute in Ethiopia. It has been established since 2 years, but we are working boldly with the universities. More recently, we have made the MEOU with three universities: Adama, Desissa Science Technology, and Bahar Dar University. And then mainly we have identified the problems that our industry is facing right now. And then we made the common concept note with the Addis Ababa Science and the Technology. MIDI, along with us two, we prepared the common concept note that was driven from the problem of industry. And then already we have presented to our leaders, and then we got the direction to prepare the full-fledged proposal after all to solve the problem that is facing now. That is what the effort is that we are delivering in our case. Uh-huh.
Since recently the government is paying attention to the manufacturing industrial sector, including agro-processing industries, what change
Mhm.
do you observe in this area?
As a government, there is policies and agriculture-led industrialization. What does this mean? Industry will be established based on the inputs that will come from the agricultural resources. So these agricultural resources, for example, the food or for chemical products or from, for example, textile industries or leather industries. For example, leather industries are because of hide in the skin. Textile industries are because of polymers. These polymers are natural polymers as well as artificial polymers. Basically, natural polymers are a result of the plant, the cotton. Cotton is a plant. That is the natural polymer. It is based on the agriculture. Further, for example, fruits. When you process the fruit, there must be industry. So the final product is the initial input is in agriculture. The final result is industry. That means whether we like or not, we need to base ourselves on the agricultural products. The agricultural products are going to be the input for industry. Then the final product of the industry is the processed one. This processed one will be the product, is the final product that we expect from industry. We have to link this. That is the government is working on this, and then there are many steps. There are many industries processing the fruits, processing the agricultural inputs, and then manufacturing the industrial products. It has to be linked together, agriculture with industries. And further, besides this one, more recently, we have realized pulp and paper making in Ethiopia. There was no pulp industry. There was no pulp production here before in Ethiopia. That means the inputs that we have used for this realization was agriculture leftover. This agriculture leftover is called inset. So if there was no agricultural inputs, there will not be the pulp. So to get a pulp, there must be agriculture. These two are linked together strongly together. The one is the input for the other. The other is the product. That one of the products is based on depend on the inputs of the other, agriculture and industry. That is what the way we are working. Uh, the way we are linking these agriculture products and the industries together.
Thank you. How do you see the contribution of the Ethiopian Industrial Inputs Development Enterprise in addressing the shortage of inputs industries often face, as you have mentioned before?
Okay, thank you. Actually, Ethiopian Manufacturing Input Enterprise, I am not familiar with this one. And then input, the biggest problems of industrial Ethiopian industry is input. This is the biggest problem. What the government facing as a nation, we have the problem that we have to solve is the input. We have no input now. That makes us suffer. Even we are suffering because of the lack of input. For example, as you know, industry is based on chemicals. Without chemical process, there is no industry. It requires technology. It requires consumption of chemicals. More of these chemicals are import. But the government of Ethiopia, as well as Africa, we lack dollar, foreign currency. So if there is no foreign currency, you cannot get these import products. Therefore, still our industry, they are complaining this because they don't have sufficient input to manufacture. So the way we are thinking is to replace this input problem based on the local product, local materials. I have raised this point the first previous question that already there was no pulp. Here before the government jointly worked with 18 billion per project for pulp manufacturing, which was failed 13 years ago. But we have solved this problem by changing the attitude, the way we think matters, the way we think matters, and then we change the attitude of billions of people and then bring about the possibility of manufacturing pulp from agricultural material leftover. That is the input. This agricultural leftover is input for the pulp industry. Whether chemical input enterprise or any concerning sector should have to based on the local input material to solve the problems of industry. That is what we have doing now.
The Ethiopian government is heavily investing on industrial parks development since recently. How effective are these industrial parks in your view?
The government take serious concerns about this industrial park, and then actually I think there are facilities better than the other places. This facility, electrical facility, water facilities are there. I don't think so. These industrial parks are working as it is planned because the government costs a lot of money to establish this industrial park to manufacture at full capacity and then accommodated by investor at all.
From your observation, how are these industrial parks working on stimulating job creation, export earnings, and technology transfer?
Actually, the plan was to encourage, to promote job, to promote export, and then to promote the quality products there, different from other investment areas. Some of them are working to a devoted, for example, industrial zone is working devotedly on this area. They are serving the nation, they are manufacturing devotedly, there are a lot of jobs there. Actually, their products are also quality. Some of them are quality, even there. Some of them are exporting. Uh, I have said that there are different industrial parks in Ethiopia, not only in Addis. Out of Addis, at the regional areas, there are also many industrial parks operated. But their service, their efficiency, their effectiveness is not as planned. The effective one, efficient one, I've raised it here at the East Industrial Zone, located at Dukan. That is working efficiently and effectively. That is, technology is good. People are skilled. Products are almost more or less as quality. And then the industrial park establishment operation is actually, it is promising. Although it is not at the level of intended plan, it is promising and encouraging. That is what I can say.
Good. How do you see the role of private sector in developing industry sector in Ethiopia?
You know, the history of industrialization. There are different stages of industrialization. First industrialization, second, third, and the fourth. And then now they are going for fifth one, digital industrialization like that. Uh, for industry, there must be skilled manpower. There must be the skilled investors as well. So private industries, most of the time from our culture, we focused on profit. We focused on profit, not the process. But industry by itself is a process. The industries will go through process to get a product. This process will cost you money. It costs you much. It will take your time. It will take your money. It will take your energy and all. So, from my perspective, Ethiopian private industry sectors, they should focus on the nature of the industry. First, not on the profit. Some of them, they know how industry costs, how industry takes a long time to be profitable. It will take more than 10 or 20 years even. It's a long time to be profitable. No, different from, for example, service sector. If you take a service sector, that will take short time to get to be profitable. But industry takes you long time. So in this case, the private industry, what I have observed here is their manner is based on profit. So we need to exercise. We need to exercise that we need to sacrifice to get a profit. Industry makes to requires sacrification. You have to wait the process. You have to wait for the cost, and then that is a sacrification. It takes a long time. That is my message for the private industry, private sector. They should sacrifice themselves. They should be committed. They should be devoted because they don't have another nation. They don't have another country. To be industrialized, they should be patient. They should sacrifice. They should devote themselves. They should devote their money, cost, and their time. That is uh, what I can say from what I'm observing right now in Ethiopia, because I'm working at the industrial sectors, and then it requires patience from the private sector, from the investors. They should not go shortly. They should wait for the product. They should wait for the process, how long it takes, how long it proceeds. That's what I can say.
Dr.
Okay.
Desissa Yadeta, Chief Executive Officer of Research and Technology Institute Development. Thank you for your time and a deep insight on our program.
Thank you too.
Dear viewers, that is all what we have for today. See you next time with another program. Till then, bye-bye.